recording here. Let me just do a quick intro, I guess. What's up, guys? KIKO'Suarez here. Welcome to another episode of KIKO'S Korner. I was not ready whatsoever because I don't even know what episode this is. This might be the 10th episode, which is it. If it is, great. Thank you for supporting and everything. Today, we're gonna pod. We're just gonna vent. I got my boy Guaje. People in the Discord and on TikTok were asking for him again because you're the Bayern fan. You got a lot more to talk about it than me.
Yeah.
But in your case, we're talking about what happened with Tuchel, what happened with Nagelsmann, what happened with the last couple of weeks. In my case, it's just I'm dealing with a lot. I'm dealing with the Vini situation. I'm dealing with the whole thing. Yeah. So let's start with you, Guaje. First off, are you doing good? I know your page is blowing up. Hopefully after this podcast, we're probably going to be talking, or you're probably going to be hitting 200K on TikTok. So hopefully.
Hoping for 200K. Yeah, really hoping for 200K maybe by middle of June. It's been a slow growth there, but the followers are going up little by little. So it's been good there, but Instagram's been healthy. Instagram is just going up by the numbers. It's almost become like a few hundred followers a day. It's been insane, the engagement I've been getting. That's where I've been getting more outreach for really cool advertisements for video editing companies, and so it's been a lot of fun on Instagram. It's funny, it's kind of swapped because TikTok was where it was blowing up, people were reaching out, and now it's swapped to Instagram. The only difference is Instagram isn't paying for bonus reels or anything. I'm not making any revenue off there. So as we've discussed and as you've mentally, put it in my head, I got to take advantage of TikTok, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, I mean, as people know on TikTok and everything, and I've told you a lot, if it wasn't from the freaking trolls and because I bit the bait too many times, I would be getting paid, and I left about easily 1,500 on the table just from ad revenue. So it's painful, but the fact that you're willingly doing that's what I'm getting in your case, because you're willingly doing it.
I know. I just got to get out of my own shell and just say, fuck it, do it. I just got to do it,
Do it. It's working.
Yeah.
And also at the same time,
it is.
Technically, I should focus more on Instagram because that's when you get the networking. I notice on your end, that's where you tell me all the companies can show up, all the opportunities, all the celebrities. I'm not going to drop names because you have told me. But like the people that have reached out to you, it's on Instagram. It's not on TikTok. So
yeah, man. Yeah.
But overall, let's no. Where do you want to start? I put some notes here, but I believe. Do you want to just vent? I know you've been wanting to let it all out. So I put your 5-minute season review.
Let's do it. A season review. I want to watch it burn. I just burn it down. Burn it down. I want to see the downfall. I never thought I'd say this. I want to see Bayern lose. I don't. I'm not happy. I've been upset for the past. I can't get over it. I cannot believe that the quote, "We feared that the trouble was on the line," is the quote of the season. As a Bayern Munich fan, it's beyond me that just because they really wanted Tuchel, they couldn't have waited till the end of the season. And if we had at least won two trophies, cool. Goodbye, Nagelsmann. They won Tuchel. If we had even just lost everything with Nagelsmann and be like, all right, man, love you, but this just isn't working out. Let's try with Tuchel. We gave him a week and a half of preparation against Man City, against Freiburg. I just, like I told you from the last podcast, bro, I said the expectation is we need the results. We need to win. The game against Dortmund, it looked pretty when you look at the score sheet, but when you actually watch the game, it wasn't that impressive of a win. We were just capitalizing on Dortmund's mistakes. And that's pretty much what it's been in general. I think that's what it's been the last 4 or 5 years, honestly, with Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. We just capitalize on the mistakes of the team in the top of the table. 2019, 2020, we were 13, 14 points behind, 7th place at the table. Dortmund starts screwing up in the second half of the season, and suddenly we're in full force, and now we're suddenly 12 points ahead. It's just crazy how football works, man. But
if you could go back, go back and slap Oliver Kahn I don't know if it's Beckenbauer or whoever the other CEO of the board is. If you could be like, no, keep Nagelsmann, do you do it, or are you looking forward to whatever Tuchel could do?
No, I would have been like, keep fucking Nagelsmann, man. I wouldn't have been okay with this decision. I mean, now you get into this subject of like whataboutisms or what if, like who knows what could have been, but it's just the team. You can see that there are players who've just dropped since Nagelmann's left, and it's apparent. It's very obvious. You start to see that it really isn't just the coaches as well. There's something wrong with the team, internally, both on and off the field. It's just been one big mess, man. I don't know. I just feel bad for Tuchel. Obviously, at the end of the day, he made the decision to take this job, but it was a suicide mission from the start, man. This is asking for way too much in such a short time.
Bro, if anything, this kind of I'm sorry, I'm gonna put you Bayern as the guinea pig, but every time I would see a Madrid fan, right, that said just sack Ancelotti and Tuchel is right there, or sack Ancelotti and get Nagelsmann right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't do that in the middle of the season. You do it at the beginning, at the end, or unless you're crashing and burning. Because, for example, what's happening at Chelsea with the three managers, with Tuchel, then Porter, and then Lampard.
Yep.
Tuchel should have never been sacked, by the way.
No,
never been sacked.
No, not at all.
It's just unfair that he got sacked because Boyley looked at the results and he's like, oh, I just spent all this money. What's going on? Well, you didn't let the manager actually manage and see what the best lineup will be. Then you bring Potter. Potter just was a failure. I'm sorry. Potter had no right being at Chelsea. Had no right being at Chelsea. But then you could be like, okay, as long as you don't get relegated, maybe Porter in next season, his philosophy will kick in and everything. But no, they sack him again. And what happens again? They put Lampard in, and they were borderline getting relegated if it wasn't because they won that one game.
It's insane, man.
So now you have the same scenario with us. I never want to sack a manager in Madrid unless we're on the verge of not winning anything. And Ancelotti was competing. Our team wasn't playing the best, but guess what? If we're winning, doesn't matter. If we're losing and playing well, okay, cool. You see where it's going. It's just you're getting unlucky. If you're playing bad and losing, Rafa Benitez, that's when you say, hey, you know what? Unplug it.
You got to do
let's
something
move
about
on.
it.
Meanwhile, with Bayern, realistically, and we talked about this on the first podcast, where did they see the team not playing to their best?
That's the thing for me. Like, people were saying, I've seen comments saying, well, they were behind by 1 point. Oh my God, 1 point in the Bundesliga. What a tragedy. There's 9 games left, 2 months back. There's still plenty of time to turn it around. DFB Pokal. They were in the best position that they've been in the last 3 years since Hansi Flick took over.
When's the last time you guys won it? Since the Sextuple?
2020.
Since the treble?
Yeah, since the treble season. So we were far better into the tournament, into the DFB Pokal, than we were 3 years back. I mean, Champions League, we were having a fantastic run, In hindsight, who would have thought that Inter would be the one in the final after we beat them back-to-back in the group?
Bro, something that I've been telling Barca fans is just hey, this could have been you. This could have been you.
I've been saying that to my Barca friends. I'm like, bro, isn't it wild if y'all had beaten Inter? You guys would probably be in the Champions League final.
It's insane how one game can change everything.
Oh, dude, absolutely. And then, like I said, the Bundesliga wasn't the greatest, but at the same time, I feel like the logical Bayern Munich fans were like, you can kind of tell that our focus isn't the Bundesliga.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that Nagelsmann is aiming for titles that we have not been able to win because the mentality is different. If you tell me that the Bayer Leverkusen game, we were playing the same as we did against PSG in the second leg, it's not the same. When we got smacked 3-0 or what was it, 4-1 to Bayer Leverkusen before Nagelsmann got smacked or got sacked out, it's just, you can just tell where the mentality was for Nagelsmann. And I don't know if we could have beaten Manchester City, but at the same time, I don't think maybe Upamecano would have sold us that bad.
Bro, I'll be honest. When I looked at that matchup, and then I saw what could possibly be our season, and this is not a slander to Bayern, but I always thought, okay, if Bayern goes through, we have a better chance of beating Bayern than beating City. And it kind of showed. Because the thing about Bayern is just that we've been there before. We know each other a lot. Meanwhile, City, again, Guardiola was just on steroids this season.
Yeah.
It's just that team is playing to a level that I was like, if anyone can do it, I thought we had I said we could do it, and I said we were going to go through if everything went perfect. It didn't go perfect. We got smacked 4-0 on this shirt, so I'm gonna wear on the chin. It happened. I don't care. But when I see the transition, right? When I see from Nagelsmann, from Tuchel, in that specific period, I was like, you just sent in your team to lose. Because there was no way. There was no way Tuchel was going to be able to do it.
No. And that's what I mean. Like I said, we had a system. We had a formation. We were playing 3 in the back. We had ways of controlling the game with the formation that Nagelsmann was going for. All of a sudden, Tuchel is in. It's a 4-2-3-1. And I've complained about it when Nagelsmann was there that 4-2-3-1 just isn't working for us. We don't have the proper, pivot defensive midfielders to be able to assist in tracking back and going box to box. Our wingers and attacking mids have been inconsistent. It's just, a 3-5-2 or a 3-5-2, 3-4-1-2 formation. It's wide, but it's also very narrow when you have to defend compact, when you have to track back. Your wing backs are playing out wide, attacking and coming back defending. It worked because at the end of the day, we still had 3 center backs while our wing backs were pushing forward and coming back to help create more depth in the defensive side of the game. But, it's just one of those where, I would have loved to have seen what could have been with Nagelsmann against Pep. I don't think it's just a shame that we really fucked up some good chances. Mm-hmm. And then we really, unfortunately, just had a player choke and cost us the game, man, on separate occasions. Yeah, and it sucks. It really does suck. Because, we did put up a good fight in the second leg. We just couldn't capitalize. And it's starting to show that, even though we have a diverse squad that are capable of scoring goals, we don't have that player who is the it factor at scoring goals right now. And it shows. These are the kind of games where they were important, man. Yeah.
You only need that. I've always said good teams just need that one guy. And he showed Manchester City. Manchester City just needed that one guy to be there for them to be mentally just like, hey, doesn't matter how good we play or anything, this guy will score a goal. And at least we have that pressure off our shoulders. That's the same thing that Messi did. That's the same thing that Ronaldo did. That's the same thing that Lewandowski did for you guys for a long time. Last season, Benzema, or the last 2 seasons, Benzema with us. There are multiple examples. But I was going to say, because you said, oh, we missed that one guy. And we talked about it on the messages, but I want you to give me my opinion, your opinion about it, because someone said on the TikTok that I put for you. Do you think, A, will Ronaldo go there for the rumors and everything? But 2, and mainly the question, would it be worth it? Do you think the culture, the standpoint that he will bring will be helpful or no?
Honestly, so it's one of those things, one of our biggest complaints that I've seen amongst fans is that we play this style of football right now where we're just running down the flanks and crossing to no one. If we have someone like Ronaldo, we're going to be feeding him, right? Mm-hmm. That's one way to look at it. He will be 38, turning 39. But if Bayern are not willing to spend 100 million plus on players like, Kolo Muani or Osimhen or whatever options there have been rumored and linked to Bayern, I don't know if the report was legit, but they're saying that someone was willing to fund the transfer for Cristiano Ronaldo to Bayern Munich.
That a businessman will gladly pay the fee.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, if that can happen, I'm down. I'm not opposed to it. There would be a player who has the mentality that we need up top. It's just tough right now. Bayern isn't willing to drop more than 100 million on a forward. And so
how much was Lucas Hernandez?
80 million.
80 million. So, okay, so you pay that for a defender.
That's
A
that's the that's my
young
thing.
defender. That's
And I
it.
think they paid 60 million for Delict.
Okay.
I think that's how much his transfer was. So in my head, I'm like, 100 million, you
Should be
know, for
justifiable
long
for
term.
someone that can win you games.
Exactly. Yeah, it's been weird, man. I don't know, and I know I've seen some Barca fans saying Kimmich is going to Barcelona. It's not happening. All right, it's not happening. We've already confirmed it. You know, we've had multiple reporters in Germany, and I'm telling you guys right now, dream big. It ain't happening. He's staying at Bayern. Y'all have Gavi. Y'all have Pedri. Y'all have Kessie. Leave us alone, man. All right.
I'm just
Keep your midfield, bro. Like, stop. I'm so sick of you guys spamming our Bayern pages with Kimmich is coming. Shut up. It's not happening.
I'm just letting you know. I'm clipping that. I'm posting it. You better pray that Kimmich doesn't get transferred.
It's not going to happen. I've got the tweets. I've got it all confirmed. He's not going anywhere.
I mean, I've seen it that German are saying like there's no legs, there's no anything, like he's legit staying, blah, blah, blah.
He doesn't have an agent. He's his own agent. He wants to stay at Bayern. He's a Bavarian. God damn it. He's not going anywhere.
He's your captain as well, isn't he?
Yeah. Y'all can take Goretzka.
Yeah. I mean, Goretzka would do just fine at Barca.
Oh, yeah. Goretzka would be fine at Barca. It's a tough situation in our midfield right now with Bayern Munich because it's like we have inconsistencies with Goretzka, but when he's in form, he's an amazing box-to-box midfield. We're looking for another 6, which I thought we would have with Leimer, but now we're trying to look for another, center mid. There's been rumors with Declan Rice and other midfields, and I'm like, dude, we've got so many at midfield. This is insane. I'm
writing down the players that I know on top of my head from Bayern, right? So you have Goretzka, you have Kimmich, you have Musiala. Do you consider Musiala second striker, or do you consider him part of the midfield?
He's more of an attacking midfielder.
Okay, so
so he's part of the midfield.
Okay, then you have the very complicated name, the Netherlands guy,
Gravenberg.
Okay, what happened to him? Is he playing?
He should be playing, but he's not getting the playing time. I think he's a very talented young player. It's a shame that, he's not getting the minutes that he should be getting, especially, in certain points of the season where it's like we're obviously winning comfortably. Mm-hmm. There's 20, 30 minutes left. Put him in, but it's been rough, Okay. We've got,
Is he's technically a defensive midfielder, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so I'm going to put here DM. Then after that, who am I missing? Because right now I have the 4 players: Goretzka, Musiala, Kimmich, and Gravenberg. Who am I missing?
I know Muller has been playing at striker, but he's also at attacking mid.
Okay, let's say Muller as a cam.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
So it's Thomas Muller, Leon Goretzka, Joshua Kimmich, Musiala, Gravenberg, Konrad Leimer's coming. That's already been confirmed for months.
Oh, you getting Leimer?
Yeah, Leimer from Leipzig.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's been confirmed since.
He's good.
Yeah, that's been confirmed since January.
Okay.
So now they're trying to push and possibly getting Declan Rice. Like that's been a big rumor I've been seeing in German media.
Okay. If you guys get Rice, this is stacked. Obviously, Mueller is not what he used to be, so like he's on the way out. Gravenberg should be playing more. Musiala is just gonna get better. You guys could get rid of Goretzka, if I'm honest, just because Leimer and Rice come in, but at that point you're talking about you have a rotation of 6 players deep that could go in and out at all times.
Yeah, no, exactly, man. Exactly. We'd have the rotation that we need. I mean, up top, we've got Sané, Coman, Sadio Mane, Choupo-Moting.
Do you think he's staying?
There was a lot of rumors of him leaving, but his agents have said that he is staying and he wants to prove himself one more year at Bayern. So we'll see how that goes. He is, I think, our second or highest paid player on the team. So he better. We'll see. We'll see how that goes next season, man. So
look, just be grateful that Mane, being your highest paid player, is playing. And he's not eating Burger King like our highest paid player in Hazard.
That is a silver lining.
I love Hazard and whatever, but like he should go. He should leave.
Yeah.
But he won't. He wants to finish his contract,
man.
which I don't blame him. But you know what's the worst thing? Whenever I tell my friends about Hazard, because like it sucks, I always joke about the fact that just if you were to close your eyes and remember what Hazard was at Chelsea, right? Whenever he moved, and then you just see what he has won at Madrid, you would swear he's the reason we won all that. You would, like, it just makes sense. Just like, oh, he moves for like 100 million, 2 Champions League, 1 La Liga, 1 Copa del Rey, and all it happened while he's on the team. He probably has like 60 goals and 60 assists. He has less than 10 goals in 3 years.
That is insane, dude.
Yeah, bro, I feel
so
bad
insane.
because he should have been that guy. He should have been, but like Munir killed him with the side tackle that he did that broke his ankle, and ever since, dude, it's just
been downhill from there. And that's the unfortunate thing. It just takes one injury to just really like
it just ruins
screw everything up, man. It's unfortunate.
The one thing I was gonna ask you for looking back to your season, I know you want to crash and burn just to justify the board getting sacked and everything, but your expectation was to win the treble, win Nagelsmann. You pretty much said it as a nail on the coffin, just like, hey, if you don't win the treble, you basically messed up the whole thing, because that was the reason for Tuchel.
Yeah.
What will you grade this season if they win the league, and what if you lose it to Dortmund?
If we win the league, I consider it maybe like a C-,
Okay.
D. And if we lose the league, straight F.
Straight F?
Like, yeah, because, we were literally headlined as, one of the top clubs, one of the clubs to beat, to being the club that everyone's pretty much knocked out and beaten. It's been so disappointing. So, and the funny thing is, this weekend against the final match day of the Bundesliga, is it Köln playing Bayern?
I know Dortmund's
or is
playing
it
Mainz.
Mainz? Okay, yeah, so Dortmund's playing Mainz. So Köln, in their stadium, they're going to be announcing the goals between Mainz and Dortmund to get into the head of Bayern Munich.
Oh, that's
so
that is an event.
That
could backfire though.
Because
they could easily be like, oh, they just scored. Let's score 5 more.
We got to go all out. Yeah. But so we'll see how that goes. When I read that, I was like, oh shit. Okay, it's gonna be very interesting. So,
what time do you guys play? Is it Sunday?
6:30 Saturday. 6:30 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. 9:30 for you guys on the East Coast.
Okay. All right, so very nice for me. I'm going to be waking up, having my cup of coffee. You're going to be seeing the sun rise up by that time.
Pretty much. I'll probably be like hiking and then catching the game.
So realistically, are you going to watch the game, or are you just going to let it go and then come back and see what happened?
I haven't really been watching the game since we got eliminated from the Champions League. So, I mean, my expectations have just been low. And from time to time, it's been proven right with my expectations of the season. I think I will watch it. If we win it, I just don't feel the happiness or enjoyment of winning the title. And it's like, it sounds like the most privileged thing to say, like, but I think it's just, you just got to look at the context behind everything that's happened.
Oh, no, of course.
Of course. Yeah, it's cool that we won the league 11 years in a row. But like, it's just, but at what cost? We lost so much out of it. And I don't want to hear Khan being like, oh, despite all the circumstances we've been through, despite all the struggles, I find this to be very successful that we've won the Bundesliga. I don't want to hear that politician bullshit.
I hate because that you have told me that you don't want to hear that, but every time I hear it, when it was like, oh, it was a hard season, blah, 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 you shot yourself in the foot. Like, the only reason why it was a hard season is because you made it hard.
Exactly. That's what it is. And it's just, I don't know. Yeah, there's been some very questionable decisions, and the board needs to take a hard look at themselves on who needs to stay on the board. I don't think Khan is fit to be a CEO. I Brazo maybe should not be there. We'll see. I know. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know who'd be taking over after that, but there's been some very asinine decisions this season that just literally just shot us in the foot, and we could be losing everything.
Dude, moving on to next season, because I want to finish on your point, and then I want to get your point on Real Madrid. Your squad, if you had to picture your full squad, right? Who needs to leave? Who needs to stay? Who's going from the bench to the starter? Who do you think Tuchel actually will make an important player? Like, I want to give you, like, okay, if my perfect squad next season will be this.
So my perfect squad next season, I think it's going to be really important to have Lucas Hernandez and De Ligt at center back as a pivot. Lucas Hernandez and De Ligt have the same mentality and the same physicality in the game. They're very aggressive. They have good pace. Upamecano can be a solid backup center back, and it has nothing to do with what happened at Man City. I know he's fluffed a few games from here and there in the Bundesliga, but he's had some great highs. But I just prefer Lucas Hernandez. Davies at left back is going to be no debate. He's got to be there. Right back, if Pavard stays.
Supposedly.
Sir, he's going to stay.
Hey. I'm just saying. I'm not. I
we'll take him for Vinicius. We'll take him for Vinicius.
Hey! Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. I'm just saying that's the rumor.
You didn't reply to my memo. You didn't reply to my transfer memo. I sent you a request the other night.
Watch your mouth. Okay, I'm just saying, where there's smoke, there's fire. So it just randomly came up, and I think,
for me, like, if Davies does leave, we need a left back, and we don't have a left back. So it's like, I love Stanisic, but like, he's not a left back. And we're going to need someone to cover that spot. So either we, for whatever reason, put Lucas Hernandez back to left back, Upamecano center back, De Ligt center back, and then Pavard right back. I guess we can make it work, but Davies, please stay. Don't go, bro. Like,
look, realistically, I don't see a single world that he comes to us. I'm just saying, like, that was just a random rumor that came out of nowhere. Just like, Madrid is in for Davies. I'm like, since when? I'm like, why? Like, he's fantastic. Don't get me wrong. Maybe top 3 left backs in the world. But I was like, when did this relationship randomly happen that we're like, oh, he wants to be a Madridista? What?
Exactly. But continuing on, Pavard would be at right back. If Pavard doesn't stay, then we have Mazraoui. And also, it would be a 4-2-3-1 formation. Neuer's back, so Sommer, I don't know if he's going to stay or if he's going to go. Neuer's not going to lose his spot there.
Mm-hmm.
Our double center defensive mids is going to be Leimer and Kimmich, and then we'll probably have Musiala up top. I personally would like to see Mane maybe at left wing and then Sane at right wing, even though Sane prefers on the left side. Probably get Tuchel to work him back into that position, or just put Coman, because Kingsley Coman has had a great season. Up top, though, this sounds crazy, but I really do want to see Matisse Tel play more. I think he's
the youngest.
Yes,
the young one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's got an it factor when I see him play. He's so fucking talented, and I am kind of annoyed when Tuchel made the comment that he's more of a 20-minute player, and he's not. The times that he's been on, you can see him create some good chances, and he has that talent. And then there are some games where he didn't play, and then we're not letting him play the U20 World Cup, and I'm like, why? Why won't we let him play the U20 World Cup? We want him to develop.
That. I remember a player wasn't let go from Bayern. I was like, why? He's not even playing.
That's the thing. It's like, we want him to develop. This is a great way to do it. Are you going to play him? Oh, 15 minutes? Really? Oh, he scored though in those 15 minutes, motherfuckers. Play him more! It's so annoying. But I would personally like to see him play a lot more. And I don't know who's going to be up top, though. Like, the official striker.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Choupo-Moting going to stay?
Yeah, he got a contract renewal, and he's making double what he was making when he signed his contract.
Fair enough. He outperformed.
He had a great season.
He outperformed whatever expectation you guys probably
had.
So.
Yeah, no, he really did. He really did.
Look,
he went from 5 to 10 million euros a year.
Wow. Okay, he's better than Mariano. I'm just gonna let you know that.
Yeah. But
But I was gonna say, so that's with the current squad and the ones. What players would you like to, let's say, just sell outright? Like, what players you say, like, hey, like, your time here is done, and what players should come in that are realistic, or if you were just dreaming about it, like, whatever player you say, like, hey, Bayern will make just sense.
I want to see Colomwani come to Bayern.
Really?
I do.
Over Osimhen or Vlahovic? I think Vlahovic would be fantastic for you.
I think Vlahovic would be another. I think he would be more. I think. What was his transfer offer? I think it's less than Colomwani.
For Vlahovic?
Or is it around the same? Yeah.
I
could be
mean,
wrong.
now with Juventus going out of the Champions League or Europe as a whole because of the 10-point sanction, he might get his price even cheaper.
His stock might go down a little. So I honestly wouldn't mind Vlahovic, but I guess it's just, Bundesliga system player, Colomwani with a team that could supply him and, send him the passes that he would need to score. I could see it working with him. I know I'm gonna get shit from Bayern fans, but Gnabry's got to go. Like, I know he's had some great. I know he's scored the last few games, but I just think he's too inconsistent for us.
Is he a favorite?
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, Gnabry's a favorite for some people.
Didn't we had a whole conversation in between?
I've had a conversation about my opinions on him, and every time I'm on Reddit and I'm on other forums, they defend Gnabry. A lot of them defend Gnabry. I personally want him off the squad. I don't think it is beyond me that this guy's making like 20 plus million, and he has been underperforming over the last couple years. Like, yes, this season he's finally equaled his tally from last season. But it's just, I expect more from him. And when we need him in certain games, he's just not there. And it's just, I can only excuse that so much after like 4 or 5 years. Like, if it's an off season, it is what it is. But the last, I want to see 2020 Gnabry again. It's been 3 years, and I keep seeing the same issue over and over. Sane, I feel like, needs that confidence revived. I think Tuchel can get the best out of him. And Kingsley Coman, in my opinion, is untouchable. He shouldn't go. Okay. And I think Goretzka's also been hitting that point where he's been really inconsistent for us. So if he leaves, it would suck because, I like to see German national team players in Bayern Munich, but I would be totally understandable if he were to leave.
Okay. And then on the midfield, because you said you focus a lot on the attack. You're getting Limer.
Yep.
Let's exclude Rice because that is a rumor.
Yeah.
You don't know unless you say he's the one player you want in the midfield.
I'm content with what we have in the midfield. Okay. I'm very happy with what we have. I think we really need to emphasize on getting the best out of Gravenberch because he's a very talented midfielder from Ajax, and we've just not used him or been able to get him to his true potential in his position. So I mean, if we add another class player like Rice, it's just going to make it even harder for him. So what are we going to do? Are we going to loan him out or are we going to transfer him out? I don't want this being another Renato Sanchez situation where
that was
that's my concern.
Loan.
Yeah. So that's what I'm afraid of happening to Gravenberch. So we already have Limer coming in. We have a stacked midfield. I personally don't see a reason to add more to it. But if we were to let go of Goretzka, then that's Gravenberch's time to really push himself out there. And we also have Limer just in case to go back and forth with Kimmich. So, yeah, that's my input. Defense, we'll have Lucas Hernandez back. We have a right back with Mazraoui and Pavard. I mean, ultimately, if it comes down, if Pavard leaves, we have Stanisic. We do have some young players on the squad that, can get the job done. But we've got 3 solid center backs, Upamecano, De Ligt, and Lucas Hernandez. But let's just hope that Hernandez doesn't tear another ACL, man, because
that kid is unlucky. Can
I
call him a kid? Is he younger than me?
How old is Lucas Hernandez? Isn't he
I'm 26. Now? I always feel weird when I call someone that it's like, oh, the kid is so unlucky. And turns out that they're like a 30-year-old.
He's 27.
Oh, he's older than me.
Yeah. Yeah.
My Lord.
Homie's unlucky, man.
Well, yeah, but he's unlucky, dude. Like, what was it?
Yeah.
Like right before the World Cup, and then, or was that his? No,
it was during the World Cup.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was during. I was pissed. I was like, there we fucking go. Another center back gone.
Oh my god, dude! Bayern this season was just, I won't say a catastrophe because, I mean, and you're probably gonna agree with this, and I just need to find the words. Our expectations as privileged clubs, because let's be realistic, Bayern, Barcelona, Madrid, Manchester United, Manchester City, all those clubs, our expectations are not the same expectations of the clubs that are competing to reach Europa League, to reach all those. They try to make fun of
100%.
our seasons, but we're like, your club will kill for our season.
Yeah, no,
So
exactly. 100%.
when I see Madrid's season, I'm like, for our standards, that was bad. Like for our standard, that was bad. If you guys don't win the league, that's the only way that I could see. Okay, Bayern legitimate fucked up this season.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that.
If I think even though you hate Dortmund just because you're a Bayern fan, I don't even know if you hate Dortmund like personally, but
I like to troll them, but yeah, I don't hate Dortmund.
yeah, it's just like I feel like everyone just gonna get a breath of fresh air in the Bundesliga. But
Yeah,
I don't
no,
think
for
the
sure.
monster that they're waking up right now, because if you guys don't win the league, I can see Bayern saying fuck all our rules, fuck every single financial decision we have done for the past 11 years. We won that title back.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I want. 2012, when we won trophyless, they went all out the next season. So I kind of want like that, that kind of mentality shit to like look at yourself in the mirror. What the hell is going on? Like you just said, fuck the rules. We got to make big changes and see what happens this next season. But
You guys went trophyless in 2012?
I think it was 2012 where we went trophyless.
Is that
Because
the
Dortmund won the
Chelsea season?
league. Yeah, Dortmund won the league. Chelsea won the Champions League final, and I think we lost the DFB Pokal. I believe it was 2012 when Bayern went trophyless.
Hey, dude.
And then the next season, stories rest.
Yeah, I mean, dude, sometimes these big clubs they need a wake up call. They just need to like, hey, you've been good for 11 years. Congrats, fantastic. It's the same thing that I guess this is where I take the microphone, I take the role, and start complaining about my team. But it's the same thing with Madrid. It's just like, dude, we got out every single drop of sweat, blood, and success of our squad. And Ancelotti the other day, he said, just like, oh, do you think, like a journalist asked him, do you think this is the time to like finally do the switch and the rotation and like the pass of the torch? And he said, we've been doing that. We've been doing that since 2018, since Ronaldo left, and then Ramos left, and then a lot of people seem to forget that Casemiro left this season. It's just because the World Cup in the middle of the season really threw off a lot of teams. Because realistically speaking, and this is not slander to Manchester City, a lot of the players in Manchester City were not that crucial for the national teams. Or didn't play as a whole. You're talking about Haaland had a full month's rest. That Cyborg updated his freaking software and became even better. Grealish, I don't even remember him playing that much with England.
No, I don't remember either.
Who else? John Stones, I think he was a starter, so that's good. The Henderson got eliminated, but he wasn't even the goalkeeper. That was Alisson. Ake with Netherlands, was he a starter?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. If he was, we're not Manchester City fans. We don't keep up with every single player. Rodri had to be a starter. Rodri's way too good for Manchester City to not be a starter. So let's say that. But out of the big players of their starter, Mahrez didn't go to the World Cup. Haaland didn't go to the World Cup. Who's the one on the right hand side? I'm gonna look at their lineup today because I feel like I'm forgetting a lot of players. Let's see. And again, this is not an excuse. I'm just saying it some teams got the best out of it and some teams got the short stick. Let's see. Julian Alvarez came back as a super sub of all super subs. Because he's like, hey, you saw what I did in the World Cup final?
Yeah.
Haaland, you start, but who has the trophy? Then Kevin De Bruyne got out in the group stages because for some reason he doesn't like playing with with his squad. Bernardo Silva with Portugal. That one went deep. Germany, you guys went out in the group stages, right? No, you went through, right? No, you guys went out because it was Spain and Japan that went through.
It was at one point where it was going to be Japan and Costa Rica, or what was the other team?
Yeah, Japan and Costa Rica.
I was so lit. I was like, "Yo, let this fucking happen."
Bro, I wanted to happen because I put a bet that Costa Rica and Japan were gonna win. I put $10 on it. Was gonna make me $10,000.
Oh,
but of course,
it's like, dude,
it was a joke. It was a joke. I was like, it's not happening. But when I saw it happening, I was like,
it was like my joke in the Discord with the homies were like, "Are you gonna watch the Argentina game?" And I was like, "Why am I gonna wake up if I know Saudi Arabia is gonna win 2-1?" And it happened. It happened. I predicted the damn score. If I had just done a $20 bet as a joke, that return would have been something.
Bro, I'm pretty sure man. I told you have made like $15,000 or something like that. Because you not only predicted Saudi Arabia winning, you predicted the score. Those two outcomes made the odds so huge that it's insane.
Damn, man.
What was I gonna say? But looking at everything here on their squad, Foden was injured. No, wait. He painted his hair. Or was that the Euros? Bro, there's so many tournaments now. I don't even remember which one's which. Remember during the Euros, they all painted their hair blonde?
Yeah.
Whatever.
There was, yeah.
Regardless, the whole point is that a lot of players got their ass kicked because their legs are just smoked. You're talking about Madrid making it to another semifinal and playing in the third place game. You're talking about Tchouaméni at the beginning of the season. He looked like the perfect Casemiro replacement. I was like, just wait, because he didn't get the ropes. Casemiro didn't teach him how to properly do it. And guess what? Yep. We're looking at him not coming back at full strength. Then Ancelotti sits him for some random reason. Camavinga is playing a left back. Mendy cannot stay healthy. Mendy didn't even go to the World Cup because of his knee. Valverde, for some reason, went from top 3 players in the world to maybe top 20, top 25, maybe top 30. His level went down insanely. Benzema stopped giving a fuck. I'm sorry. I love Benzema, and I hate when people say that, he's lazy, he's everything, blah, blah, blah. No, he has been on a discomfort on his knee, and there's a lot of games that I'm like, yeah, he's not going to push himself. But there's a lot of games that I see why is he playing, because then again, he's not giving a fuck about this particular game, and Ancelotti, for some unholy reason, cannot just rotate and put Sergio Arribas, cannot put the Uruguayan kid Alvaro
Rodriguez,
him, cannot just put Rodrigo in the middle and just say, F it, let's try something else. Hey, our midfield, we have a CDM, Antonio Blanco, that I've been pushing him to start. I've been pushing him to be on the bench. I've been pushing him to just get some minutes. Lunin can fuck off, because Lunin is just, we could have no backup goalkeeper. I don't care. Courtois always plays. So even if it's a game that doesn't matter, we'll put some random goalkeeper from Castilla. Lunin should get playtime somewhere else because he's that good. Carvajal, same situation as Benzema. He's way too old to be playing every single game week in and week out. Man. But then we have Lucas Vazquez as our right back rotation. And then, side note, and the reason why you're going to find this funny, somehow, some way we have Odriozola in our squad. He played one game.
He's on the squad?
He's in our squad. He's a Madrid player this season. We played Lucas Vazquez, a converted right winger, to right back before we play Odriozola.
That's insane. Oh my god.
Dude, it pisses me off. Then, left back position. Oh, we have the opportunity to get Cancelo. For some reason, Madrid is allergic to buying players or getting loan players in the winter season. What do? Hey, Camavinga, you're that good, brother. You're that good. We're going to put you left back, and you're going to do a damn well job. And when he plays a underperforming game, because guess what? He's not a fucking left back. What do I see on Twitter? And they dare to compare him to Pedri? Well, no fucking shit, dude. He's playing left back. Then we see what else do I need to complain about? Cross was our most consistent player all season. I don't want to hear shit about it. Just because you don't watch La Liga doesn't mean you're gonna slander him because he was fantastic. Vinicius, besides the racism situation, because that's just awful and it's just overall that's outside of football. He played fantastic this season. 20 goals, 20 assists. He did
20 plus, right?
20 plus. I'm just saying 20 and 20 just to keep it concise. Then our bench, maybe 3 players deep. Maybe. It was always the same rotation at all times. Oh, how many times would I see freaking the midfield starting Valverde, Tchouaméni, Kroos? Who do I see Ancelotti look over the bench? Not Sergio Rivas, not Antonio Blanco, not Ceballos, even though Ceballos should have had more playtime. I would see 38-year-old Madrid coming off the bench. I'm like, let the old man rest. His knees, his legs should not be playing this much because when we need him in the big games, guess what? Same thing with Carvajal and Benzema and Madrid. They look old. We need these players to not look old in the big games. And how do you do that? You rest them. And por favor, Florentino, just spend some freaking money. Stop falling in love with the freaking turtle in PSG and just buy somebody. Buy some striker. The ideology that we sold Casemiro for 80 million or whatever he was, and then we paid for Tchouaméni 90 million. So it turns out we only really spent 10 million.
Yeah.
Don't wait for a player to leave to actually replace him. Make the passing of the torch better so they know what the ideology is. Right now, when it comes down to our midfield, I'm so chill about it because Modric and Kroos already talked to Camavinga, Tchouaméni, and Valverde. They already said, this is the way you do it. Like, you guys are ready for the next 5 years, 10 years, and you're going to make us proud. Benzema probably talked to Vini, probably talked to Rodrigo. They know how to do the wings. If Benzema decides to say, you know what, I'm done, and there's not a striker already in the bench ready for him, do you think Mbappe will understand what the role will be if we sign Mbappe? If Vlahovic comes in, it would just be like normal? No, you need the experienced players passing the torch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I just ranted for like a solid 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
No, man, you're good. You're good. I ranted. I don't know how long I did. Look at us, eliminated from the Champions League. I mean, you guys lost La Liga. We'll probably be losing the Bundesliga, but hey, at least you guys won Copa del Rey, right?
Bro, that's the thing. You guys technically are not trophyless, which I'm always gonna fight. You guys won the Super Cup of Germany. Which
that's true.
It doesn't save your season, but it saves the hey, you win trophyless. No, you didn't. We technically won 3 trophies. One of them pisses me off because there's a viral picture that is freaking Casemiro holding the trophy. I'm like, that was this season. Like, it hurts my heart seeing that we started the season winning with him. Then we have not the Super Copa de España, we have the FIFA World Cup, which we won. And that one's it's a trophy. If we had played Flamengo in the final, it would have had a lot more value because we won it to play the best team in America, and that's just not slander. When it comes down to the FIFA World Cup, you want to see the best European versus the best South American. Or maybe the MLS at one point because the MLS is going up in level. But the fact that we had Al Hilal there, I was like, we're probably going to win. And it was a fun game to watch. It was 5-3. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? This was crazy. Very entertaining. Not competitive whatsoever because we scored 3, they scored 2. We scored 2 more to make sure that they weren't going to win, and they scored 1 more, and then that was it.
Yeah.
Then La Liga, I'm not mad about Barcelona doing it. I predicted they were going to win it because guess what? Barcelona, Xavi, that's their DNA. Our DNA, we never win it back-to-back for some reason. We're allergic to it. In the Champions League, I say you guys were favorites. I say Manchester City were favorites. And I say we were favorites. Guess what? I'm still not wrong because Manchester City is more than likely going to win it. Now, if Inter somehow gives the surprise, Messi, you better go kiss Lautaro Martinez or whoever scores that goal because he basically guarantees you to get the Ballon d'Or. But besides that, in my standards, we failed catastrophically by a lot. But looking from the outside in, it's just transition season. It is. I'm realistic. I'm not a pessimistic. I'm not like a lot of Madrid fans that I saw on TikTok and on YouTube and everything. Just completely meltdown, bro. Just completely oh my God, why is Benzema still our captain? Why is Carvajal even on
I
the
know
team?
it's been crazy seeing the reactionaries. I mean, meanwhile, for me, like I'm over here like from the Bayern standpoint, I'm like, okay, there's like a couple inconsistent players that we really need to get. We do need gone, but like people want Upamecano's head after what happened in the UCL, and I'm like, it fucking sucks that it happened, man. But like, he's still one of our best center backs. It's just unfortunate that when he fucked up, it had to be one of the most, if not the most important game of the season
Yeah.
for us. But like, he's still a solid center back, one of our best on the squad. So, yeah.
Dude, when I saw the Upamecano disaster class that happened, Maguire,
Yeah.
because that was legitimate Maguire in the Bayern shirt.
Yeah. No, it was.
Bro, when I saw that happen, I felt so bad because
I
let's
did.
be
I
let's
did.
be honest, the casuals, the true casuals, they might just watch Bayern the one time of the season, and that's during the Champions League.
Yep.
And Upamecano, like you said, he was fantastic for most of the season for
Oh,
Bayern.
100%. 100%.
So you see that happening in what's his name? Rupak said the same thing on Twitter. He's like, doesn't matter how good he plays for the next 5 years. The casuals already made up their mind on Upamecano.
Oh yeah, it happened. Well, yeah, even the casuals with when we got smacked 5-0 to Borussia Mönchengladbach in the last Pokal, Upamecano gave up like 2 or 3 of the goals. So it's like, fuck, dude, it's not his first disaster class performance, but it's like, fuck. This every time people are gonna bring up the shit he's made mistakes on. That's the thing.
And the thing about it is that I'm sorry that I'm focusing on Maguire, but like Maguire, he is a shit defender. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Every time
no,
I watch him going into a game, I'm like, you just decided to play with 10 players for no reason whatsoever. And they did it against Sevilla, if you remember, when they brought Maguire in. Sevilla immediately took over the game. I was like, you just legitimately just put a fridge. I'm sorry, you just put a handicap to yourself. Why?
I remember I was just like shit talking on Instagram during that whole week. And I remember it was on CBS Sports. They were showing Maguire's mistake that cost him the goal. And I remember I commented saying Upamecano Maguire having the mid-off of the season.
Oh, I remember. Didn't you get like a bunch of
I
likes?
got like 700 likes. Like, oh shit! I'm getting likes for the wrong reasons.
Friendly fire to your own player, and you're like, okay,
yeah, right.
dude.
Oh Lord.
Realistically, I hate, and I don't know who's the equivalent to reactionary Bayern Twitter. I follow a lot on Madrid side just because it's entertaining every now and then. Because when we win, oh, bro, they're the best at hyping up the team, right?
Oh,
When we
yeah.
win,
No, I get it.
oh, our team is Brazil from the 70s. We're going undefeated. We're going to win the treble, the sextuple. No team has ever come close to us. We lose. These are a spineless bunch. I never want to see them again. They are not fit to wear the shirt. Carvajal start learning Chinese. Benzema, bro, I hate the Benzema slander because I'm like, 2 seasons ago, one season ago, wins the Ballon d'Or, all over him. 2 seasons ago, he needs help. 3 seasons ago, I might getting the years confused, but 3 seasons ago or 2 seasons ago, he was our top goal scorer. Sergio Ramos was our second top goal scorer.
That's insane, dude.
That shouldn't have happened. Benzema literally was carrying us ever since Ronaldo left. But this season, oh my God, he has a hurt knee, and he's not playing at his best, and somehow still the second top goal scorer in La Liga. Oh my God,
that's insane, dude.
He doesn't care anymore. He's not doing anything. Get him out of my club. Why did we give him the renewal? Blah blah blah. I'm like, don't suck them off at the beginning of the season when you're happy, and then the end of the season, and just because they went down, now you want to be like, I told you, I was always right. He was never this good. When I can bring up your tweets, I can bring your TikToks, because I've seen a lot of people from the Madrid side criticizing their players today, that I'm like, I could easily go back to a specific game of the season and I can see you overreacting over him.
Oh yeah. There's a couple that I know on the Bayern Twitter side. They're so fun to watch.
Who's like the target? Because ours are Benzema, Carvajal, and probably one of the Modric Kroos at all times, depending who had the better game and who didn't.
So there's always reactionary slander against Thomas Muller. There's always reactionary slander.
Mueller?
Yeah, it's insane.
He's not even starting. How does he get slander?
It's when the games that he would start and he's not scoring or getting assists, there's slander towards Thomas Muller. Gnabry slander on Twitter every now and then. The player that gets protected the most, I mean, I wouldn't say I slandered Pavard. I just don't like him at right back. I think at center back he excels more. But Pavard's like, protect him at all costs. He is untouchable. Musiala is our Bambi. No one's gonna talk shit about Musiala. Coman is always just is loved. No one's gonna hate on him. But the slander tends to happen quite a bit to Thomas Muller and especially Leon Goretzka. Goretzka gets shit on a lot on Twitter, dude. It's insane.
I didn't mention this, but like now we're talking about players. Would you think this season had happened if Lewandowski was still there? I know it's hard because it's a very big what if, but like, do you think he gets his 30 goals and like you guys cruise?
Yeah. I think we would have had it work out.
Do you think Nagelsmann keeps his job with Lewandowski?
Yeah, I think so. Because even though Nagelsmann's idea was to not just focus on one sole player to score all the goals, you still have someone to depend on when the rest of the team up top isn't performing or isn't excelling to the level that they should be playing at, and you'd have someone who can at least guarantee you a goal per game. And we, like I said, there were points where I'm like, we're fine, it's okay. But then there were other points where I'm like, fuck, I miss him.
Bro, it's crazy. It is really crazy how much one player. Realistically, you guys are going through your 2019 Madrid.
Yeah.
Because our Nadaplete motherfuckers, we won a trophy that season, but like they ran with that. They ran with that freaking joke. Our Nadaplete season that woke up Florentino in a sense, and then you're talking about that season we bought Valverde, Courtois, and Vinicius. We don't talk about Hazard because Hazard. But that season he just went there, and then 2 seasons later it paid off. But like I think Florentino's still capping or still riding that horse that just like, oh well, we're winning. Why you guys complain? Madridistas are so spoiled. No, motherfucker, we have eyes,
bro. And that's like what pisses me off so much about all this shit is that was our season this year. Was the rebuilding season and adding more squad depth. We got De Ligt. We got Mazraoui. We got Gravenberg. Konrad Leimer was confirmed. We got Mathys Tel. Like, and then we also for some reason got Blind, the Dutch center back from Ajax.
He's a Bayern?
Yeah. We got him at mid-season.
Does he even play? No, I'm looking that up. I want to see how many minutes he's.
I don't think he's played that much.
I mean, that much means he played. He has played a total
4 matches.
131 minutes. That's not even 2 games, Cesar.
Oh, Lord.
He might have shown up in 4 games, but he hasn't completed 2 full matches.
Let me rephrase. He's participated in 4 games.
That is crazy.
Like, and all this was because they said that they wanted Nagelsmann to be the Ferguson of fucking Bayern Munich. They bought all these players that Nagelsmann wanted to create his system, and then he gets shown out the door through social media, not from the board themselves.
I don't understand the board. This season was so weird. Because I'm telling you, that World Cup in the middle, I know why, because if it was in the middle of summer like it usually was, the players probably would have died out of dehydration.
Heat exhaustion and dehydration, yeah.
And also like the tourists who have never been able to just go from hotel to hotel, they probably would have passed out on the desert. I understand why they did it. But at the same time, this season, without that break in the middle, could have been so different in so many ways.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
wasn't Mane like on a hot streak before the World Cup?
Yeah, and then he also got an injury right before.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah. He
Because
had to
I
get
was going to
surgery.
say that's going to backfire my ideology that Manchester City got helped by the break, but
And
I
then
forgot about the injury.
there was that one point too. Yeah, there is a psychological aspect of that, right? Because then you have the German national team players in Bayern Munich like Joshua Kimmich, Leon Goretzka, Thomas Muller, Musiala. You know, you could see that they were down. Neuer went skiing, and look where that went. You know, it was just one thing after another, man. It for sure has been a weird season,
For
100%.
sure. And then we didn't even talk about this, and I'm surprised you didn't say Mane out because of this. Are Mane and Sane already on good terms, or what's going on?
They seem chill. Like I see them on the field, and I've seen them in practice in some photos. So
Okay.
looks like it's all they moved on past it. I mean, if Mane is staying one more season, you know, maybe he'll get Sane's other eye next season. We'll see.
Do you? I know you don't follow. You don't follow basketball that much, right?
No, not that much.
Okay. Do
Like
you, do you,
not
do
as
you
much as
know
I would
about the
like.
whole Draymond Green and Jordan Poole situation, or no? Or am I speaking
No, no,
gibberish to you? Okay.
no.
So
I know who they are, but not the situation.
okay. So basically, in before Jordan Poole signed his contract, and
Yeah,
and this happened a long time ago. So at this point, I might have the timeline wrong. But before he signed his contract, right? They're at practice, they're shooting the ball and everything. And then Draymond Green is very notorious for his shit talking, right?
yeah.
And they're just talking and everything, bro. You're talking about Draymond Green is like one of the captains of the club, and he's I think already 31, maybe 32. Jordan Poole is a kid. Like he's
Yeah.
18, 19, 20. Bro, you just see and the video got leaked. This is the reason why I'm bringing it up. You see they're like the court's here, the players are here, Draymond is around here, right? And then Jordan Poole is around here, like the rim is right here, right? Draymond starts talking smack to Jordan Poole. And
Yeah.
Jordan Poole kinda says something back. Someone like the story's out there, so don't quote me on the full insults and everything, right? Bro, I don't know what Jordan Poole said. I don't remember what it was. Draymond squares up on him, straight up just goes straight for the nose.
Geez, what?
Now you're talking about again a captain of the club, a captain of the organization, to one of your future star players that is on the verge of getting a 180 million extension for the next 5 years. So ever since that happened, Jordan Poole never played the same. Never. Like legitimate to this day, like people during the playoff, he was ass. Like dog shit. So a lot of people say like doesn't matter how much Draymond tries to come here because he's usually the one that hypes up the team and everything when they're down,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Every time it seemed like the Draymond was doing his thing, Jordan Poole indifferent, dude. Like he would be like, shut up. Like basically like you would see on his
Yeah.
mannerisms and everything. That
Body
you're like,
language and everything.
yeah, the body language. Of course, I'm not an expert. It was just everything that like was just noticing this. That Draymond will be screaming and everything. Jordan Poole will be drinking his bottle, looking the other way or something. Like little things like that. It would be like, that is tarnished, dude. Like that bridge is burnt. Like whatever he says, he's not getting hype. He's thinking, oh, you're the guy that punched me, and you're still in the team.
That's insane. Yeah, hopefully it isn't one of those situations next season.
So
We'll see.
I don't know if that's what's happening over there. The Sun is just like, this guy is the highest paid player, and he punched me.
I know.
You see, that's why I was bringing it up. I was
yeah.
like, does that psychologically, you think, for as much as they seem okay, maybe San is just like, you know what? Like, I don't want him here. I'm not gonna be feeding him the balls or anything.
Yeah, I know. We'll have to wait and see, man. Hopefully it's not that case. That's a good point, though. Shit.
I'm just saying psychologically.
Yeah.
Two last things because we've been talking for a while. I just noticed we've been going on for an hour.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, bro. Like with you, one of my boys, it's always easy. It just
goes on, bro. It's just natural.
But and also this is kind of like our catch up thing besides the text.
Yeah,
and everything.
exactly.
But I was gonna say two things. One, more like the serious one, and then we can end it on the light note. From your point of view, the racism and everything that Vini is suffering, and I don't want to say Vini is the only one suffering because a lot of black players have done it, and a lot of black players around the world, and a lot of black people around the world have suffered this. What's your input about it? What do you think? Like, really, it's just about like what do you think about it? I don't want anything besides that.
It's disgusting, man. I think the whole situation was poorly handled. I think the CTA review and everything with Vinny's red card was just inexcusable. It's beyond me that they didn't show the full play of Hugo. What's his name? Hugo Diaz? Was that the name of the player who had him in the
Hugo
naked?
Duro, creo.
Hugo Duro, like had him in the rear naked chokehold and everything. And I mean, there's a reason why Vinicius reacted that way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the racism. I'm tired of like La Liga not doing enough. I mean, yeah, they find that they're closing part of the stands. They're putting a fine. Referees have been suspended and everything. I think this is the harshest punishment they've done in general in La Liga. I think that's a bit of a joke because there's been more than 10 different instances where Vinicius has complained about racism in La Liga, and La Liga just turned their eye on it. And it goes beyond La Liga too, right? There are other leagues that deal with this sort of racism and shit, but it's you'd think that at this point in time in 2023, man, like we'd be able to move past this shit, you know? And no, anyone who says that like Vinicius asks for it, you need to reassess your talking point on that, man. Like he's not asking for it, you know? It's easy to pick on someone even more and be more racist to them when you know for a fact you're gonna get a reaction out of them. That's the shitty part, you know. I feel bad for him. He's a kid. He's 22 years old, and having to deal with like hundreds of people like saying some of the most asinine, vile shit to him, game after game. It gets to you, and you know it feeds the ego of the racist seeing the kid suffer and seeing him react to it, you know, and it sucks. And there are other players on Madrid who have experienced racism, as you'd mentioned, you know. So it's just not okay, man. It's horrible. I think like it's just so infuriating.
The one thing, and you brought it up, and I want to say, because I don't pretend that the Madridistas are saints, because they're not. There's pieces of shit in every single club, and I want them out because I legitimate. When people say like, oh well, he asked for it, right? I get the point of like, oh, he asked for it, right? Because he's scoring, he's provoking. I don't defend him for provoking, but I question, why do you think, oh, he's provoking, the players dancing, the clown is dancing, right, for entertainment. How come your first reaction is monkey?
That's what, so Griezmann can do the L dance and shit, and that's celebrated. Vinny's doing his samba, and we resort to the most racist crap, man.
Not even, because when Griezmann does it, he gets hijo de puta, la verga, comete tu mierda, toda la mierda. All the normal insults, which insults are not okay, but they're part of the game.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just like, oh, how come when it's a black player, your immediate instinct is not saying son of a bitch, piece of shit, blah blah blah. You immediately go like racist.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like it's like he's asking for like, so he's asking to receive like some of the most like racist comments. Like, come on, man, get the fuck out of here.
Like I talked to a lot of people, and you saw the guy that I talked to on Instagram, one of my followers. I just said, then call him a son of a bitch. Just keep it the thing that the culture that has always been. How come the one time our best player, the best player of La Liga right now, is black? Oh, now let's switch the switch and let's just go for the racism.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's gotten out of hand. In one sense, like it's good that La Liga finally did something about it, but I think it felt a little more of a slap on the wrist. But it's a start, right?
It's a start.
I think it's a start.
I always gonna give props to the Prem in this sense. Their protocol for racism, bro, they have it to the T. Yep. Just the player says that guy called me a monkey, that guy called me the N-word, that guy is making monkey sounds. We stop the game, we review the footage. Who were you talking about? That guy? Let's see. Yes, he was doing it. Security, get him out. And this is the first warning. That's the first warning. Keeps happening, we stop the game. Boom. We reschedule for another day, we do it. It happens again, Or no, wait, sorry. It's we postpone it for a little bit for like 20 minutes. We announce the thing and everything. We go back into the game. It happens again. We stop the game. Whatever team is visiting, you get the 3 points. Let's call it a day because that's it.
That's the way to go. Yeah.
For some reason in La Liga, they want to make it seem like, oh, like he's calling for, like it's just part of it. Like it's not everyone. Yeah, it doesn't matter that it's everyone. We want to get those people out of the stadium. We want to get that culture out of it. I know it's not everyone. Like, again, not all Madridistas are saints. I want those pieces of shit out of supporting my club. I want those pieces of shit in Atletico Madrid that hang the mannequin out of the club. I want them in jail. Why? Because you're doing the one thing that has never been okay. You're going against a player for the one thing they cannot control. Call them a son of a bitch. Call them a freaking piece of shit. Because that's always gamesmanship. That's always been part of the heat. If you go straight up, that talks more about yourself. That talks more about what you think is correct and what you've been going through, rather than just say like, oh yeah, I'm about to call this guy a monkey just because he scored a goal. Yeah, I'm crossing the line. I'm just gonna call him a son of a bitch. Let's keep it the normal way. I'm kind of drunk. Let's keep it the normal insults that both parties could like reciprocate.
Yeah. No, exactly. It's. I think this weekend was kind of like, se pasaron, man. Like it got way too out of hand. That whole situation.
Bro, if anything, this one, of course, I'm not gonna downplay it because I don't know how Vini felt, but I thought the Atletico Madrid one was the really bad one.
Okay, yeah, no. I guess like because it happened in the game, but yeah, the one with Atletico with the whole bridge and the mannequin, that was
not even if you remember. Of course, they like you have to pay attention to what they say because sometimes it is the tonto, which at that point is just normal. That just happens. But you can hear the mono. I swear, when I was watching the Atletico Madrid game, mono. I heard it, bro. It was clear. I was like, that. By far, the fact that game did not get stopped is way worse than Valencia, because Valencia was a small group of people, and he just happened to point it out. And now it's going across the world. They just like, he pointed it out, and you didn't react. Yeah. That's why it's getting so much traction. Meanwhile, back then I was like, bro, just stop the game for like 5 minutes. Just stop and make sure that the people understand. Just like, hey, you might cause your team 3 points just because you want to target a kid.
Yeah. I didn't know about that one with the Atletico Madrid and Madrid one.
Again, that was me. Yeah. I swear I heard it. I heard it outside of the stadium. That video that went viral. That just like Vinicius eres un mono. I swear that one they cannot hide it because that was true. But in the stadium, in the middle of the game, I swear it wasn't tonto. It was mono, and it was loud. It was echoing.
Fucking wild, dude.
Bro, it's wild.
It's insane.
It's wild, but I just wanted to get your input. We have to address it. It's happening right now.
100%. Bro,
the fact that a lot of people are saying just like, oh, Madridistas want to play the Justice Warriors thing. No. If anything, again, I don't claim myself to be the biggest Madridista on TikTok. I believe I have the most passion, but I don't believe I'm the biggest following one. But just because a lot of people a small group of people are doing it, doesn't mean that people like me, like you, with Bayern. I don't think it has ever happened with Bayern in Germany. But just because the small group of people are being loud doesn't mean the big people with following are not condemning it. Like I legitimately have not seen a single Madridista being like, oh yeah, we're saints and everything. No, we say it. We want those pieces of shit out of our club.
No, exactly.
Has it ever happened in Germany? Just because I just assume, but I don't think it has ever happened.
There has been moments of racism in Germany. That's for sure.
But like, I don't remember I don't
remember the most recent one. I think a couple years back, but it was in the
was it in the second division?
Yeah, I was in the second division.
I think I remember that one.
Stopped the match. Yeah. But I laugh because like I don't think it's happened with you guys at Bayern Munich. No, but you know the trolls are gonna bring up 1939 to 1943. Well, I mean, just to educate you guys, Bayern Munich was founded by Jewish founders, and they were known as a Judenklub, which was a derogatory term for a Jew club, and so we were forced to wear an emblem that we weren't supposed to. So stop the trolling.
Dude, it's crazy. That's a whole ass conversation for the whole the regime and everything. Blah, blah, blah. Because bro, for every time I say it, and I say it all the time, every time you point at another person at another club, 3 fingers are pointing back at you.
Yeah, dude, it's
So
insane. It's crazy. I thought it was just so crazy this week, saying like, we were all on board with defending Vinny, and you see a small group of people being like, "Well, what about the Madrid fans?" I'm like, I think we all know common sense here that we're not okay with it in fucking general. Like, it's just not okay. So
bro,
can we stop
the
shifting
thing that
goalposts
irked
here?
me, was Barcelona fans saying, oh, bro, I made a video about it today. I don't know if you saw it. That Rafinha took his shirt off and then had the message for Vini. And then one
No.
guy got 3.1 million views on TikTok, not on TikTok, on Twitter, saying, "You will never see a Madrid player supporting a Barcelona player like this. This club is about valors. Grande Rafinha." Bro, it took me less than 30 seconds to find when Madrid supported Vidal with the
Alves,
cancer
no? Oh, are we
situation.
done? Yeah.
Bro, the freaking Dani Alves situation, our players were eating bananas
Yeah.
for the whole situation that happened to him. And then when Tito Villanova also had cancer,
Had
which
cancer.
may
Yeah.
he rest in peace. Vidal is still around, but Tito sadly passed away.
Yeah.
They both got support from Madrid. Madrid and Barcelona, for as much as they hate each other, when it comes down to supporting, they're humans. They're gonna
Yeah.
react that way.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it's just pissing me off that they're looking at this whole situation and it's more about just like, oh well, our club makes Vini happier than your club ever did, and your club would never support our players. No, dude, it's about freaking focus. You remove Vini. I said Vini just happens to be the face of the whole move.
Yeah.
Balotelli suffered. Kevin Prince
Yeah.
Boateng suffered. Asamoah Gyan, Muntari in Italy. A lot of people in a lot of
Yeah.
players in Italy. Moiskin. I just want. We're never gonna get rid of the racists. We're never going to. But if we can just make it harder for them to have a voice, that's really what
Mhm.
Vini and this whole situation is about. It's just
Yeah.
about kicking those fuckers out, kicking all those people that think that, hey, this is okay, this is just part of the games and shit. No, bro, you're bringing up the one thing that people during history you can bring up. Just read a fucking book why those things are bad.
Exactly. Exactly. There's no justifying it.
No, there's not. There's not. But again, like I said, serious note first, and then the light note at the end. The photography, I've seen you, dude. You're improving a lot.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
improving a lot. I will say in this video, so you cannot escape it. He said he will start posting longer videos and he's gonna start working on it. And I get to give him shit if he doesn't. And you guys now have my blessing to give him shit if you don't see him posting videos.
God damn it. Yeah, so I think one thing that I'm really proud of, I know that there are people who do this in general, but I have been able to grow my account in a way without having to have pretty much a MacBook and high quality PC that can handle Adobe Creative Cloud and edit all my videos. All my photos and all my videos that I've uploaded have been on my phone.
That's
Everything
actually
that I've worked
crazy
on.
when you told me that like you
Everything
don't
I work on,
edit it.
everything I edit, I use the Lightroom app, I use CapCut, I use Adobe Rush. I already do my settings prior to recording. Every photo I take on my DSLR, every video I take on my DSLR, I transfer to my phone, and then I work on it from there. And that is how I've been delivering the highest quality content as much as possible for everyone. And so I guess it's, I kind of just don't want to get shit from people who are like these super anal, like holier than thou photographers that are like, oh, why the hell are you using mobile? It should be on a PC. Fuck it. I want to show everyone that you can break the barrier. You don't need a $2,000 computer, laptop to be able to deliver high quality content, photography or videography. You don't need a $2,000 camera. I'm going to start showing you guys tips on how to deliver the best quality content and grow your own TikToks and your own Instagram photography pages, including with tips on how to create moody photography into it, because that's pretty much what I upload is moody photography.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Realistically speaking, because I don't know when the next time we're gonna make a podcast, just because the season's about to be over, and then after that. But realistically, where do you see your account? Where do you see your whole thing that you got going on in about? Let's say we're in May. Let's say by August. Like, what do you see in the next 4 to 3 months?
August, I'm gonna be like in terms of analytics. I'm pretty confident I'll have 200,000 followers on Instagram by then. I'm going to be for sure working with some more companies in the next couple months and everything. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna be pushing. I'm gonna just mention it right now. I'm gonna be doing some car photo shoots next week.
Am I getting an exclusive right now?
Yeah, it's an exclusive. So I'm working with a guy. He wants me to do some videography on his Lexus sports car and his modded Toyota Tacoma. And so we're gonna be doing those professional grade videos where I'll be on the back seat of the car recording them driving through the city and driving through forest and shit. So we're gonna try to make it look like a commercial. And so that's gonna it's a really nice pay that I'm getting from it, and then I'll be able to use it for my portfolio and present it to other local car dealerships. So
I was about to say that in your portfolio is gonna look. That's gonna open so many freaking.
I've already had Airbnb. I've been working with Airbnbs once a month. I've got another one possibly lined up for June. So it's been a lot of fun, man. So it's just. Rad. As much as I'm enjoying my style of photography, I also just branching out into more of my surreal photography too, to also just keep expanding and being as creative as possible. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, man.
You know, a long time ago, and we didn't bring it up this in the last podcast, and we're not going to go into depth in this, but when I text you and when I text whoever I approach on this social media, I just want to see you guys eat. I want to see you guys win. And you took my advice, and you went above and beyond. And I'm so proud. I'm so proud, bro.
Thank you, man. And I appreciate all the support from you, bro. I mean, you from time to time put me in your stories and shit, hyping me up and all that, and so it really meant a lot, bro. Like, yeah, I thought streaming would have been it a few years back, if I kept pushing it.
But fuck FIFA.
Yeah, but I know, fuck FIFA, bro. I can't play that fucking shit. It's so stressful. But photography has been the thing, man, and I'm really excited where things are going.
I remember back then you showed me a couple pictures. I was like, just fuck the streaming, dude. Like, just go for it.
Yeah.
And then look at you. I won't say look at us because I'm not at that level yet. But
very soon we're saying look at us, man. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? But no, I'm proud of you. I'm saying that bro. On the video, and I've said it. I've said it privately, so I mean it.
Oh yeah, I know. But
yeah. On that note, I think we cover all bases. Just say where they can find you. Obviously, your links and everything are gonna be down there, but tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, so if you want to find me on Instagram, it is CR Visuals, and it's all for my new surreal page. It's CR Surrealism. It's pretty much the easy way to find me on TikTok and Instagram, and even Twitter. So CR Visuals, that's the page to go to.
Perfect. Yeah. Then guys, go follow him. Get him to 200K. If he shares this podcast, this probably gonna be making me getting more followers. But just go, whoever's over here, just go follow him. Follow him, get him 200K. But as always, please make sure to subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow our socials, and I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
All right, see you guys. Peace.